What's up, guys? It's Rolly here, bringing you guys another Madden 19. Sorry. London Monarchs out of position squadron. And today we're going up against the 571 Seahawks. Maybe thinking the Seahawks are good. No, they are not. Apparently, in this game, they're not. Because of the fact that they have Russell Wilson, which I'm not going to deny. They're an amazing quarterback. They lost Richard Sherman, as you could plainly tell. And then, yeah, they lost Javon Kears. You all know that. And for Doug Baldwin, he's kind of like the leader now because of the fact that, actually, I'm going to take that back. Lots of players, the youngsters have to, like, take over and for the Seahawks, to be great once again. Because, like, if you remember, in the 2018 playoffs, this Super Bowl 53 playoffs, let's call it that, the Seahawks barely scraped through. It was like bare minimum. If you, it was the Cowboys and the Seahawks. That's how the Seahawks struggled. They made the wild card. That is, if you compare that to, like, the Patriots, this era, they have made the wild card 2 times, possibly, or even 3, as far as I know. And for, like, any other team squadron, that's pretty good, to be honest with you. Considering that the fact that the New England Patriots are great. However, 2009 wasn't that good. Considering that, here's the issue. Here's the issue in 2009. The Patriots did make an 11-5 record with Matt Castle, which to me isn't that bad. However, I'm gonna say this: due to tiebreakers, they did not make the playoffs. How crazy is that? 11-5, and they did not make the playoffs due to tiebreakers. Okay, but at least they had a winning season. I don't even know who won that. I don't even know who won the division that year. Because I'm going to say the Jets or, like, the Dolphins. Whoever out of the teams that I know of. So anyway, back to the game. Sorry about that. I just wanted to do some mix-ups. So, like, for the Seahawks, let's talk about the Seahawks for a moment. Russell Wilson, he's in, obviously. Tyler Lockett, ooh, that's not good because, like, Tyler Lockett is, like, one of those players that, youngsters that they're going to have to be good at. And they need him to play good, otherwise it's not going to be good for the wide receiver core of the one and only Seahawks. Okay, so next up is Jimmy Graham left. Yeah. Wait, I think Jimmy Graham left to never mind. Okay, so let's see. What other players? Oh, Cam Chancellor. He has retired, obviously. Dwight Clark. He's still there, I assume, because of the fact that the Legion of Boom is, like, tearing apart, and they need, like, a Legion of Boom 2.0. If you really think about it, because of the fact that if you really think about this for a moment, the Legion of Boom was called during the time of the Super Bowl 53 run. Let's put it that way, okay? The issue was to me of that the next Super Bowl was that because of Dan Quinn, he just started like pushing the players up to the point where like, hey, you're gonna play until like you get tired, and when you're tired, you should still play. That does not work, as you can see. We get 2 field goals on the board with Justin Tucker. My good bite. I love Justin Tucker. He is God. Okay, so what is next? What is next for store for the Seahawks? They got both of the Griffin the Griffin brothers out of college, obviously. Because I don't know what it's because of, like the draft. Let's just say because of the draft. I know that sounds like cheese, but I do. The one thing that I liked about the Seahawks was their defense. Oh my gosh, like, Cam Chancellor was like one of the top players, like one of those players that I liked because I was no, Richard Sherman, because he was the one who was the leader of the Legion of Boom. So like, I think that's pretty cool, to be honest. What else could I say about the Legion of Boom? Like, there's so much to talk about the Legion of Boom, but the only issue is about that is they're just not there anymore. Like, it's sad to think about, like, the Legion of Boom, like a vaunted defense, like, but if you just look at it into another person's perspective, they were just a bunch of guys who were assembled in order to, like, take down offices down, essentially. So, to me, I just feel like the Legion of Boom was there to, like, say, hey, if, like, we're not, if you guys are not there, I'm gonna be there in case of, like, something is wrong. Okay, I know that an analogy is so trash, but, like, face it. Just please face it. So, the issue that we're going to have with the Seahawks is that can they pull off a Cinderella story? Let's just say that, because the Rams won the division, but the Seahawks came in second by a miraculous, like, comeback of wins, no less. So, what I'm trying to think of is, like, can the it's the Seahawks find a way to, like, become great again? Because that's what, to me, that's what all the people want, except for the Ravens. Because their defense is, like, vaunted. Their legitimate defense is vaunted because of the fact that they had Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, C.J. Mosley, those guys. That's what you want on your team. But for, like, the new not the Patriots, the Seahawks, as Ed Reed gets a touchdown. The issue was with the Seahawks is that they built, like, around veterans. And the fact that they did that, it did not work because the contracts were expiring because of it, and that did not work out, as you see. Picked by Randy Moss. So I just feel bad because of it, and we should do something. As you see, uh, it's not good. I just feel bad for the Seahawks. Essentially because, let's face it, they are going to tear down. They are legitimately going to tear down at some point because of the freaking fact that it's just I'm gonna say this again. It's legitimately not good. If you're gonna be if you're gonna be like the Seahawks who built a team around like um I don't know, like young the Super Bowl 51 run, build a defense around young players. That's also not going to be good because of the fact that they're young. Like, I understand what they went like 11-5 or like 14-2 or something, but that doesn't change the fact that you are putting young players against like a mixture of veterans and rookies. Like, what are you doing, guys? What are you doing? That does not, that doesn't work, my friend. That does not work whatsoever. It's just sad. It really is sad for these teams to like see us go up against them. Like I just don't know how to explain. I really don't know how to explain. It's just odd. It's just weird, and it's just wrong. I don't know how to put it in any other context. It's just that. As you see, we're 16-0. I'm sorry if I'm not talking about the game. I'm just doing news. Yeah, I talk like that. So like, deal with it, my friend. Deal with it. Yeah, that was weird. I should do that. So, I just want to say thank you. Michael Vick. There he is. Yeet. I just like, for some reason, I like quarterbacks, a lot, other than, like, the fact that of running backs. Because of, like, running backs, I understand, like, there's one YouTuber named Toke, who for some reason adores running backs. It's as if it was like his dream to have 1,600 of them. Yes, I know that's like a wild number, but hey, you never know, my good friend, if you want 100 running backs. It's just like, just strange. It's just strange. I'm sorry if I told it like that way. So like what else could I say about the Seahawks? Playoff bound wise, I think they're going to degrade a little bit. But if they have a shot, I'm gonna say yes. They definitely have a shot. Right now, not really, but at some point in their career, franchise, future, they can do it, and I feel like they can. So, it's just, it's just for me the fact that the Seahawks are not gonna make this in like in like some time. It's just sad. It's just really sad. As you can see, the game ended. You can look at the score, pause the video at some point. We'll see if the score was good or bad. I just felt like the fact that it was a miraculous season. And I checked the standings. I checking the standings. Because the Dallas Cowboys. Now you may be thinking, why would you do that, Ro? But here's the reason. I'm jumping to the game, to the like game stuff. Here's the reason. If you were to look at the standings for the Dallas Cowboys, they lost to the Detroit Lions. But you may be thinking, Raul, how did they lose to the I think it's the Detroit Lions, to be honest. I think it's the Detroit Lions. So, they lost, like I said, to the Detroit Lions. So, to be honest, that's like almost like good for them. So now we have some competition to face. Thank you all so much for watching. Y'all, let's just buy book. And as for me, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.